I loaded into JUJUTSU Shenanigans at around midnight, which already tells you this story is not heading anywhere productive, because Roblox after midnight is like somebody threw a bunch of random internet personalities into a blender and hit max speed. The lobby was complete chaos. Buildings were already gone, somebody was getting comboed into another dimension, there were two Gojo players arguing in chat like they were negotiating world peace, and a bacon hair was somehow surviving against 3 people at once. Standard experience. I spawn in, start fighting for a bit, get absolutely folded by a Yuji player who clearly had no interest in allowing me happiness, and while I'm resetting, I notice this Sukuna player standing nearby. Full outfit, aura effects, dramatic look, the kind of avatar that tells you this person has watched every single Sukuna Edit Sigma Fonk Ultra Instinct video ever uploaded. He walks over and types yo, nothing weird there. I answer with what's up. Then immediately this man asks, how old are you? Brother? We skipped the entire tutorial. No hello, no asking if I wanted to fight, no talking about the game, straight to age like we were filling out paperwork. I ignore it because people ask weird stuff online all the time. Maybe it was awkward wording. Maybe the guy was socially built like a broken shopping cart. I go back to fighting. A few minutes pass. I notice he's still there. Not near me. With me. I move to another area. He follows. I jump into a fight. He's watching. I reset after getting destroyed. He's at spawn. At this point, I wasn't playing JUJUTSU Shenanigans anymore. I accidentally activated an escort mission. Then he sends another message. You got Discord? No. Instagram? No. Snap? No. TikTok? No. This guy was collecting social media like he was trying to finish a side quest. I tell him I keep everything private. He replies, I thought you were a girl. Now my Roblox avatar looked like every generic male avatar on the platform. Dark clothes, messy hair, expression with the emotional range of drywall. Nothing about this screamed mystery anime girl. I ask why he thought that. He says, you type mature. I still have no clue what that means. Apparently, punctuation is dangerous now. You use a complete sentence and suddenly people think you're 30 with a mortgage. I keep talking because now I'm curious. Not curious in the this seems fun way. Curious in the what exactly is happening here way. He starts talking about how he meets people in Roblox games all the time. Says JUJUTSU Shenanigans is good because players stay in servers for hours and talk. The moment he said that, my brain hit the emergency lights. Because now the conversation stopped sounding awkward and started sounding rehearsed. I ask how old he is. He says 19. Instant problem. Now the earlier question matters more. I ask why he's trying to find girls in Roblox games. He says older girls don't talk to him. That answer landed like a refrigerator falling downstairs. I didn't even know what to say for a second because there are bad responses and then there's that. He keeps talking though. Says younger people are easier to approach. Brother, you cannot say that sentence out loud and expect people to nod along. At this point, I already knew where this was heading, so I started keeping screenshots. Not because I suddenly transformed into Detective Roblox. The conversation was just getting strange enough that I wanted evidence in case it got worse. Meanwhile, the funniest part was this guy was still playing normally. He's landing combos, using abilities, throwing people through walls, all while saying things that belong in a digital investigation. Imagine getting hit by Malevolent Shrine while the guy using it is dropping the most uncomfortable dialogue imaginable. I ask if he's met people this way before. He says yes, a lot, still avoiding details, still being weirdly vague. Then he asks again if I'm sure I'm not a girl. I say yes. He responds with dang. That word hit me like a flashbang. Not relief. Not my bad. Disappointment. Actual disappointment. I just sat there staring at the screen thinking there is no way this is real. So I decide to push the conversation one step further. I ask him, hypothetically, if I was younger would he still be talking? He stops moving. No attacks. No walking. Nothing. You know when somebody in a game suddenly freezes because every available thought is being used at once? That happened. Then he types, depends. I read it twice because I genuinely hoped my eyes had malfunctioned. Depends. What do you mean depends? That answer had the structural integrity of wet cardboard. I ask what age range. He dodges, says not little kids. Congratulations, we have reached the minimum expectation for humanity. I ask again, no answer. Instead he suddenly changes topics and starts talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. The escape attempt was incredible. We went from suspicious conversation to anime discussion like somebody slammed the emergency topic switch. He starts asking who my favourite character is. Brother, 5 minutes ago we were one sentence away from a YouTube documentary. We are not power scaling right now. So I tell him straight up, this sounds weird. Simple sentence. Nothing aggressive, nothing dramatic, instant transformation. Suddenly everything was a joke. I didn't mean it like that. You misunderstood. I was kidding. Amazing how fast people become comedians when accountability shows up. I asked what the joke was. Silence, because jokes usually have endings. This one had evidence. Then something beautiful happened. A random bacon hair walked over. Absolute legend. No context, no build-up. Reads the chat and types, bro, why are you asking ages? Direct hit, no warning. This man got sniped. Sukuna player immediately starts defending himself. Bacon hair hits him again. That's weird. Masterpiece. Now more players notice, people stop fighting, chat starts moving, everybody suddenly becomes interested. The entire lobby accidentally formed a courtroom. Meanwhile, our Sukuna friend starts physically backing away in game, like distance was going to save him. Brother was retreating from accountability, one step at a time. Then he leaves. Gone. Player left the server. Vanished. You would think that's the end. No, because I make terrible decisions. I checked his profile. Friends list packed. A lot of similar avatars. Bio said, don't judge me until you know me. That sentence never arrives peacefully. Nobody living a normal day writes that. That's the kind of bio that immediately raises your blood pressure. So I reported the account, sent the screenshots, moved on. Thought the story was over. Next day, different server, guess who joins? Same avatar, different display name, same outfit, same energy. This man pulled a witness protection speedrun. He walks over, you reported me? I don't answer. He keeps typing, says people misunderstand him, says he's lonely, says he doesn't have friends. And honestly, that part changed the mood a bit. Because loneliness is real. A lot of people end up online looking for connection. Games become social spaces. People hang out, talk, spend hours together. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem starts when boundaries disappear, when the first questions become personal, when age matters more than the game, when somebody treats a Roblox lobby like a recruitment center. That's where everything goes sideways. So I tell him straight, talk to people your age, join communities, make friends normally, stop asking strangers for socials 5 minutes after meeting them. Simple advice, nothing deep, nothing dramatic. He doesn't respond, just stands there, then leaves again. That should have been the last time. But about a week later I ran into another Sukuna player asking almost identical questions in another server. Maybe it was him, maybe it wasn't. No idea. But the pattern was enough. And that's the weird thing about online games. Most people log in to have fun, fight, mess around, make jokes. Half the lobby is arguing about anime scaling. The other half is launching each other through buildings. Normal stuff. Then every once in a while somebody shows up and reminds you the internet still has strange corners. And the scary part is they usually don't look suspicious. They're not wearing giant warning labels. They're not announcing evil plans in chat. They act normal, talk normal, blend in. That's why people miss it. Because weird behavior online rarely starts weird, it starts small. Questions, personal stuff, social media, moving off platform, tiny steps. Enough that people ignore them. Until suddenly the conversation isn't harmless anymore. That's why if somebody feels off, trust it. Leave, block, report, done. You do not owe random people information. You do not owe them your socials. You do not owe them your age. Your Roblox character getting hit by a malevolent shrine does not create a friendship contract. Keep your distance. Anyway, I still think the funniest part of this whole thing is that it was a Sukuna player. I swear every strange experience in Jujutsu Shenanigans somehow circles back to Sukuna mains. I don't know what kind of cursed energy is happening there. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm simply saying if tomorrow somebody uploaded, I exposed a weird Sukuna player in Jujutsu Shenanigans, I would click immediately. No hesitation. Because somewhere out there right now, there is probably another red aura Sukuna avatar walking towards somebody in a lobby typing, yo. And honestly, after this experience, that single word feels like a boss intro.